We can start this shit off with a little video.
Sheesh.
You know, a little reaction video.
Hey, let's do it.
Do you guys have any idea what it might be?
Reaction video?
You guys want to like maybe, yeah, like what do you think it's gonna be?
Do we get any clues? Wait, hang on. Let me make sure I'm talking into the mic. Do we get any clues?
No, you get no clues.
You're Metcon today.
No, it's not my Metcon. Anyways, welcome to the No Name podcast right now because we haven't locked in the name. We're thinking certified motivation, you know, because we be making up words, lituation. We running a lockathon. I don't know. What other words that we use? Y'all already know.
Y'all already know. Yeah. What was the other one? Litcast? Nah, it wasn't Litcast. I don't know.
I don't remember.
We texted a few, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling that certified motivation. I feel like certified motivation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a play on both names.
Yeah, we got to introduce our guests here.
Oh, yeah.
We got John King III, Juan Manuel Sarasua, Sara, Mickey. What other names do you have?
AKA,
also known as
AKA Waldo. Yeah, I mean, yo, me and John go wait. Yeah. Which camera should I be looking at?
That one.
That one right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, me and John go back for a minute since middle school. We were in the school play together.
2011?
Nah, before that.
Well,
Oh yeah, no, like 2010, bro. I think.
Oh,
No. 2009.
Damn.
2009, bro. And yeah, we go back. We were. You may not see it in us right now, but we're full blown actors. We could have made it in Hollywood.
Hey, let's talk about this this fitness journey that we've been on. Let's talk about what happened last night, though.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it was wild.
What happened, John? Tell us
what
I
about
was
it.
talking about. I don't know, man. They had like baby back ribs on the menu, and then I had to take home a bone-in ribeye.
Had to.
And you can't skip the fact that we went to Hertz Donuts. This dude bought 6 donuts, took a bite.
They said it was cheaper when you got more. So
Yeah, that's how they get you.
That is how they
If you
get
buy one, it's $3. But
got-
if you buy 6, it's 10.
I got home and I smashed like 2 of them.
Did you?
Yeah, today.
Oh nah, bro.
Now last night, like I couldn't even sleep. I was so full.
Yeah, I got home. Well, first of all, I had this whole thing. I like to go to sleep at I like to be in bed latest 9:15, 9:30ish. Bro, I got home. I was like, I'm feeling full, bro. I crushed. I bought 3 donuts, 6 donut holes, and I'm low key, like real low key, not all the time, lactose intolerant. I bought myself a little milk.
Oh, you was
Bro,
You're
I was crushing. And
Hey, but John was like, he's like, yeah, like, I don't know how I did it, but like overnight I lost 5 pounds. I said, I know exactly how you did it.
we lost 3 pounds overnight.
Yeah, this morning I lost 3 pounds.
Yeah,
man.
All right, here's the video. I'm going to go ahead and play it. You know, little reaction video.
Let's see. Oh, snap.
Hold on. Oh, shoot. Man, that's a party foul right there. Where the hell is the volume?
Right here?
What
is this?
All right, after some technical difficulties, we've cut to the part where we react to the video. Hey.
I started cooking that one.
Yeah, he cooking now.
Damn.
Hey, he throwing gang signs up. He's throwing gang signs up too.
I didn't even know what I was doing. Got the Takovas home? The Takovas home?
Oh shoot! I muted my mic because it was so loud. Whatever, we go. It'll be picked up on those.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I wanted to just play that video because we wanted to congratulate you. You know,
Oh yeah.
you got married. You know, how does it feel to be married?
I I mean, I don't know. It feels like
Like, what is the difference between like being in a relationship, like being girlfriend and boyfriend, and being married? Like, what is your opinion on the difference between the two?
I don't know. I guess it just depends because me and Yessie, we've been treating our relationship like a marriage since we moved in together. So it's never been like like that we're gonna leave each other is never on our mind.
Yeah.
It's more of like how are we gonna figure this out?
See, I feel like what you're saying is that there haven't been any contingencies. And a contingency is saying like, hey, we can only date or we can only be boyfriend and girlfriend if certain parameter, like certain, whatever, like a list of things are met.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference between like being in a relationship that's contingent on you like giving 100% effort and marriage is that like our counselor says he says marriage, when you commit in marriage, you're abandoning all exit strategies, which means that you like it's not even on your radar, it's not even an option to be divorced. And so that's the kind of mentality that at least I carry when it comes to me already having made the commitment 6 years ago and being married. And so what's funny is that like a month and a half prior, I had been talking shit on John because we were watching UFC, and he was like, yeah, my wife, da 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 da. And I feel like I struck a nerve with him because I could tell that, well, number one, he was a little lit,
Yep.
But number two, like I can tell because we've been friends for a long time. I can tell when he kind of starts to ponder on some of the things that maybe I've said to him. So like a month and a half later, he's like, yeah, we gonna get married now. I was like, what? Like this is so random. Like,
Yo, that did because you had talked about it. You're like, yeah, we're like engaged, this and that, but there wasn't like a solid date. And then out of nowhere, you're like, yo, this date is going down.
yeah. So was there something that happened that you were just like, I just want to go ahead and get married?
I don't know. I think me and Yessie, we just got tired of because we also felt like we were like in a way like being disrespectful towards people that are married,
Mm-hmm.
and like just being able to like because we didn't really do anything, like we didn't go to the courthouse and we didn't do anything at a church, so it was basically just for us to feel comfortable calling each other like husband and wife.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I feel like we both we abandoned like the exit strategy and like being separated or divorced. Like I don't think we ever want
Like
we've
you
talked.
made that commitment like early on,
Yeah,
like way before you even got married.
so I mean, the one thing that I told her when we moved in together is if we have an argument, like we'll go to sleep mad, we'll go to work mad, but
Mm-hmm.
if we ever leave while we're mad, like in an argument or something, then that's another level of like disrespect towards the relationship.
Right.
So I mean, it sucks sometimes when we're like arguing and we're pissed at each other,
Right.
and like we just sitting there, so you're just boiling and you're like, it happens all the time.
Well, because there are probably a lot of other relationships that are not mature enough to necessarily have conversations, and the first thing they go to is like, well, if you don't like the way that I do things, then let's just break up. Or like if you don't like
Yeah.
the way that I think, then let's just go our separate ways. But when you're married, it's like I've had arguments with Sierra. I'm like, I know this is gonna get resolved regardless, and there's no exit strategy anyways. So let's not get like if we're emotional, like you can't think straight when you're emotional.
Yeah.
So anytime you have an argument, number one, you know that divorce isn't even an option. Number two, you know that this is going to get resolved because it's always been resolved. And number three is just like how do you want to handle it? Because a lot of people, they get so emotional that they start disrespecting each other. They start calling each other names. Sometimes you don't even remember what the argument was about. You get so heated.
Yeah.
Like you start criticizing each other for how you're talking about each other, and you're not even talking about the actual
like the actual
source.
topic of
Yeah.
the argument is like it's completely gone and you're just like judging each other now. But
It's like, what the fuck are we arguing about? And
Yeah.
then sometimes it's laughable. You're like, dude, this was such a dumb
and
argument.
then when you do laugh, like it's just bad for you.
Shoot, if I laugh at Sierra, shoot, I'm dead meat.
I've definitely
Nah.
done that before.
And I feel like that's the commitment, like in terms of like that's a mentality that you have to have in terms of going into a committed relationship. because a lot of people can't have that mentality of like, oh, well, if we grow apart, this and that. It's like, well, at the end of the day, because I've always debated this, whether love, like, I feel like love, yeah, it's a feeling, but it's also a choice once you commit to someone. Like, you can grow with someone, and people are like, oh, well, what if you grow apart? You're going to stay in an unhappy relationship. It's like, okay, well, what can be done to fix the relationship? Because at the end of the day, commitment is going to be a choice. You're going to choose to be with this person, and you already made that commitment. So, like, honor it.
Right. And I think that what you said is so deep, because you said love is a choice. And I've always been a believer, like, relationships aren't 50-50. They're 120-120. Like, you're going to go above and beyond. You're going to be an overachiever in your relationship. And when you're married, you're going to love that person, like, regardless. Like, with, there's no you have to do these certain things for me to love you. Like, once you're married, it's like, hey, I love you the way that you are. That's why when you say when people say their vows, they're like, in sickness and in health, like, they're saying, like, through the good times, through the bad times, even though you piss me off sometimes, you're still going to continue to love them. But when you're not married, then there are exit strategy, or not an exit strategy, but there's an opportunity to go your separate way. And so I think that's what, that's what the difference is. And I'm proud of you for taking that step. And I'm proud of you for, like, not going into debt. Like, you did it at the pool house in your apartment complex. You said it was like $50.
Hey, that was a vibe, bro. That was a vibe.
You went to Costco, and then you catered from Los Compadres. Like, we had some fire tacos. We were making nachos.
I was crushed.
And it was just like the right way to do it, because a lot of people will invest more into the actual planning and the actual venue and that, and not actually invest in the relationship. And so, good thing for you is that you've invested in the relationship for many years. It isn't like you guys have just been dating for the last 6 months. So, but that's cool.
That's one of the things where I feel like a lot of people get infatuated by the idea of marriage, and like the idea of having this big wedding, and like it's the marriage and being able to say that they're married, as opposed to actually being committed. Like, there's so many people that get married that are just like, oh yeah, well, like, I've always dreamt of, like, wearing a white dress, or I've always dreamt of, like, walking down the aisle and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, those aren't the reasons that you should be going into marriage for. Like, you should be going into marriage because you truly love this person, you're committed, and you want to grow with this person. Like, there's bro. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are like that.
Yeah, and I mean, you also change as a person as you grow together, like you said. So you're not the same person that you were 10 years ago. So at least I'm not the same person that I was when I met Sierra and I was 18. And how long have you guys been together, like, officially?
Since like 2017.
Okay, damn, that's a long time.
7 years.
Yeah, 7 years is a long time. So, like, you've learned so many things throughout the last 7 years, like. We don't have to get into the details, right? About,
and then we're still always like learning about each other, because she never knew that I like cranberry juice. We went to Costco, and I got I didn't know they were so big until I put them in the fridge. Mm-hmm. But the Costco jugs of cranberry juice, I was like, I love cranberry juice.
Bro, that's bad for you.
Yeah, I know.
Cranberry juice?
I love cranberry
dude. It's like
juice.
pure sugar.
Oh yeah,
that's why I haven't drank it. Like,
that's crazy, because people be saying that cranberry juice is good for you. But I guess
mean,
maybe there's like a sugar-free, just straight bitter.
I mean, I would love to see the nutritional.
That is.
I don't be looking at that.
Label.
Hey, if you get that ocean spray, that's for sure not good.
Ocean spray.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Ocean. The ocean,
it's the best one.
The ocean, it is the best tasting.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink juice.
I got that sugar. I was drinking it, and she was like, I had no idea you like cranberry juice. I was like, oh, I love it, and she's like, why don't you drink it? I was like, I don't like drinking it that often. But the last time I drank it, I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But I know I like to drink it. I probably won't drink it for another 7 years.
Hey, that ocean spray, dog, that shit is fire. But nah, like that. It's the worst one for you.
It almost gives you that, like if you like chug it.
It
gives you that sensation like you want to throw up.
Yeah. So like, what do you think is the most unhealthy habit that you have in 2024 that you don't want to carry on in 2025?
Damn.
He's like, damn, I got a lot.
I do. Well, I just gave up smoking and nicotine.
Smoking cigarettes or vaping or everything altogether?
Everything, like nicotine pouches, a vape, cigarettes. I might still smoke a cigar because it's not that crazy. But what else?
We went cigar smoking, and that shit was terrible.
Bro, I hate smoking cigars.
I really enjoy it.
Bro, I tried smoking a cigar in Miami because for the vibes.
A little Scarface.
Yeah, bro. Bro, and I was in my little button up chest. The taco meat out. I'm rocking my yeet. I was vibing, and we go to, I think it's Brickell or whatever it's called. There's like a little pond, like waterfront type ocean. I'm like, I go buy some cigars straight from, supposedly they're these high quality ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this is about to be a vibe. And bro, and I know that they say don't inhale it, like just hold it in the mouth and then like, exhale. I was trying to do that, bro, but that still hit. Like, I was like, I literally couldn't drive back home. I was like, bro, I feel like I'm about to puke right now. I was like, I can't take the keys because I'm cool right now.
I mean, I've been smoking so long that they have told me don't inhale it, but that's the only way I can smoke cigars. Like, I'll inhale it, but like I enjoy it.
Nah, bro. That thing gets me spinning, bro. I was like, nah.
Yeah. All right, so you stopped smoking, but what are you doing right now that you want to maybe you don't even want to stop doing a certain thing. Maybe you want to start doing something new in 2024.
Well, I definitely want to be more like active, but like want to be active like outdoors. I want to like I have a bike and I want to ride my bike a lot more.
Right.
I used to ride, before I moved out here to Nebraska. I did a century, which is 100 miles. So I did that on a mountain bike, and that was pretty shitty because all of my friends had fixies, and
what does that mean?
It's a fixed gear bike, so it only has one gear.
Oh, okay.
And like, let's say you take your feet off the pedals, like
it'll keep going.
Okay. So
I saw a video of a dude like that. He took his feet off the pedals and he went like that to be more aerodynamic.
Oh, I have
put
seen
the
a
feet
video
back,
like
and
that.
then he was just passing people.
Yeah.
Those things are really fast, and I didn't have my fixie because somebody stole it like a week before I left.
Cali.
But
Palmdale.
We had still planned to do a century before I left, and it took us like 24 hours to do it.
Dang.
But we were like, we rode bikes literally from Little Rock, Lake LA, Palmdale, Lancaster, just everywhere.
Hey, bro, when we were training for that turkey trot, you had me fooled. I was hyping you up to, not only Joel, I was hyping you up to everyone, bro. I was like, yo, because I had invited you to come boxing on Sunday, and you're like, nah, bro, I'm kind of beat from the bike ride, this and that. And I'm like, I gave you a pass because for some reason when I looked at the picture, I thought it said like 27 miles. I was like, bro, John cycled 27 miles. I was like, bro, that's 10. I was like, that's serious. No, bro, it was like 2.5, wasn't it?
It was 2.7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was around the little trees
on a bike. So on a bike, 2.7 is probably like a 15 to 20 minute ride or less.
Yeah, I was telling Joel, he came through to the office for lunch. I'm like, nah, bro, yeah, John went in, bro. Like, I gave him a pass. He said he was pretty beat up from the bike ride, this and that. I'm like, he hit 27 miles. You're like, and Joel's like, nah, I don't think he hit 27 miles. And we look at the picture. I'm like, bro, I've been hyping him up all weekend. I'm like, yo, he went crazy.
Yeah.
But hey, I feel like in terms of being active, bro, like one of the things that I'm not gonna say I'm the most active person. I definitely try to stay active, but it's almost a disservice to yourself to not be active when you're able. Like think about all these people that are disabled. Like, I don't know. That's what I used to try to motivate myself to. I'm like, yo, there's people that are disabled that can't walk that wish they could even go for a walk right now, or wish they could go for a run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll think about that.
Hey, you know what? You want to know what his problem is? I'm gonna interrupt you, but you want to know his problem? He's got that mentality. He's like, you know how many people would love to eat?
Hey, man,
people in Africa.
Hey, the people in Africa.
I'm like, I'm gonna get that baby back ribs, and I'm gonna get the sirloin.
They don't have the same opportunity, so you better go in on
like,
that food.
I don't have no kids. I could order whatever I want.
Hey, you better eat while you can.
Hey, for real.
Hey, Roman, Too Fast, Too Furious. Yeah, you remember that part?
We
hungry.
Yeah, I've been hungry. I need to stop eating though, like for real.
Yeah.
Like maybe going like on a month fast.
Hey, that's the toughest part, bro. Eating clean is like working out is fun.
I feel like eating clean isn't even like the issue. Like I'll probably eat too much clean.
Yeah, he eats too much. Because that's the truth,
Yeah,
though. Like,
yeah.
I've been counting my calories, and I was like, oh, I can have a Reese's peanut butter cup, but I gotta, put it in the app, and then I gotta make sure that I stay within the parameters. So you can still eat dirty, you can still eat like shitty food, but it has to be within the parameters. So
Yeah.
if you're consuming more than you're burning, you're for sure gonna gain weight, which is, why we're at where we're at.
Yeah, we
So,
love to eat, bro.
I mean, we work out, but it's tough. So, shoot, I'm sure some of the people watching this are probably like, "Bro, I feel you."
Yeah.
Like we try to work out, or
Hey.
you work a job that is very physically demanding.
That's one problem that I have. Like ever since I got my CDO, I stopped like I just been sitting for so long that it's just like, and then I get bored, and then I start eating at work. I'll go to the gas station, and I'll spend like $20. That's another thing that I need to stop doing. I need to stop spending money at the gas station.
Hey, those small. That's what my dad. Why my dad made me afraid of credit cards for like most of my life was because of gas stations. He's like, nah. He's like, you go to the gas station, you're thinking you're making this little $5-10 purchase, but you do it every day, and then you get the bill at the end of the month, and you're like, I spent how much?
Yeah,
Yeah, like I was spending like maybe like 150 every week on the gas station.
Bro.
yeah. You can go into the website for your credit card, and it'll itemize by category, like wherever you've spent money. Like I remember one time I looked at my credit card statement. It said I spent $10,000 eating out in 1 year. That's like $800 a month. I mean, if you really think about it, that's $200 a weekend.
Yeah.
And that's like eating out on a Friday night. You spend $50 there. Then
Yep.
Saturday for lunch, you go to Chick-fil-A, and then, on Sunday you go out with the fam, and maybe you pay. That's $200 right there, and then you do that, all the time, or you eat throughout the week, So
I ain't gonna lie, I've been craving some Chick-fil-A real talk.
yeah. So Ricky,
Yeah.
what about you? You got anything that you want to leave in 2024 that you don't want to take into 2025, or is there something that you want to begin to do in 2025?
I think it's more of begin. I feel like I want to get more consistent with. I feel like I now see the value in sleeping. Like that's why I do the mouth tape and the nasal strips and stuff like that. Like it looks goofy, but I really do believe in it. But in terms of, I want to really stick to a schedule of going to sleep I want to wake up earlier, because right now I go to sleep and like I said, I try to be asleep by like 9, in bed 9:30 ish, asleep by 10. Sometimes I'll be on my phone. I'm like, it's already 10:30 or whatever. But even then, I'll still wake up at like 7 a.m. Like, and I'm still like, I'm a little tired. Like, I want to be more consistently waking up at least at 6 a.m., push that back an hour. And I feel like my mornings are going to be more freed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. And then just consistent all around. Like, even with content, I feel like I started dropping content on YouTube, and then I fell off. And it's so easy to fall off of editing, because editing is really I ain't even do no crazy edits. I'm just cutting up clips. But when you're importing it, and then you gotta like look through it, scrub, it's like, let me cut that out. Like it's tedious. So I think just being consistent all around is what I want to do this upcoming year.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the secret to the success of this podcast, and just being consistent. We have a lot to talk about, but I think that we can definitely make something happen in 2025. I think for me, like the things that I want to just leave in 2024 are just people with bad energy, like people who, not even people, but just the things that you maybe consume, like whether it be like social media. Like there are so many things that are totally relevant to my goals that don't provide me any value. And I think that we're living in a day and age where we're wasting so much time by just scrolling and, spending our time. Like it's our attention span. We can't focus on one thing because there's so many different distractions. So obviously, like, shoot, Sierra's getting induced tomorrow. So that's going to be kind of a new chapter in my life where we're trying to figure out like how to be parents. Like nobody teaches you how to be a parent. And what's funny is when we had our baby shower, I was asking all the older people, like the people, like our moms and our family members, like, what kind of advice do you have for me? And they were all dumbfounded. Like they were just like,
Like, we don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like a process that you can't
Yeah.
even pinpoint what tip to give. It's like,
Yeah.
man, I don't know, just
And
be.
then just working through marriage. I mean, coming back to marriage is like, I grew up a certain way and Sierra grew up a different way. So there are some things that maybe we don't necessarily agree on, and that's just how it is in marriage. Like, you don't always agree on the same
I
things,
feel
whether
like
it be
your upbringing in a relationship there's a lot of like clashing. Because I mean, I'm from California, from the hood, like a little ghetto hood in California, and Jesse's from like Omaha, Nebraska, and we just see life so different. Like she's before she met me, she moved 2 times in her life, and then me before I started living with her, I've moved like 37 times. We counted them one day, and that's not even including like the 5 times we moved together. But it's just like just my upbringing compared to hers is like so much like different. But it's kind of weird, like the way relationships work. Is like you get two opposite people, you put them together, and for some reason, like I wouldn't want to be with anybody else. But
yeah, but your belief system is just different. Maybe you want to teach him to be tough, and then Sierra might be like, "Oh, that's going too far," and to me, it's not going too far.
yeah,
So then it's like we got to have a conversation about these different things. So it'll be interesting, like 2025. Obviously, as a newborn baby, it's not really that important. But once they turn like 1.5 and up, like 2, like they start having their own little personalities. They become manipulative. They start throwing fits, like temper tantrums, like stuff like that.
in a way they're kind of like dogs, because like dogs like do the same thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
Hey, bro,
if
They
you
have
don't give
habits.
them a
you get
snack,
a puppy, bro, they're wild. But
Yeah.
yeah,
like our dog, like whenever he wants a treat, like he'll start being like real nice, and then like when he notices that we're not paying attention to him, he'll start pouting. He'll start like crying and kind of throwing a fit like that, and it's just like I know it's not as like completely similar, but in ways like dogs are kind of like little kids too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of jump to the next topic. Do you guys have any topics that you guys want to talk about? By the way.
I did want to touch on something that you talked about right now in terms of positive energy and what you consume. I feel like that's one of the cool things that I've realized in this new generation or this new era, that a lot of people will blame the people that like their surroundings and be like, oh, like this is the reason that I'm not doing this, or this is the reason that I have this mentality. But there's so much content out there now that you can literally create, even if you're even if your current group of friends right now doesn't feed you, like for example right here, like we can have these conversations and like we're having fulfilling conversations. If your current group of friends doesn't do that for you, I found that too. Like a few years ago, I would listen to all these podcasts, and that's where I picked up a lot of these tips. Like, yo, even though I haven't been as consistent, but like you at least get
You're
an
trying. I
idea.
mean, you are being consistent to the best of your ability. So you're doing a lot better than if you didn't actually make a choice. Like you said, like love is a choice. Well, like if you want to work towards your goals, like you have to make choices daily.
Yeah.
And so you might not be consistent, but you're constantly making a choice to be consistent.
Yeah, and you can with podcasts, you can feed yourself with positive things, or audiobooks. Like with technology nowadays, you can create your own way of thinking through these podcasts, and then eventually, like as you shift your mentality, you're gonna end up meeting people that, or you can influence your friends to start like picking up on these habits or on these more positive ways of thinking. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Like, don't blame your surroundings. You can always create your own surroundings and feed yourself with some positive things now in 2024 with technology.
I mean, also this is a form of accountability, because at the end of the day, we have these conversations all the time when we hang out. But now we're actually recording it, we're publishing it to the to the public, and so shoot, like if you're gonna say that you're gonna do something, you better do it, because people are watching you, and they're kind of seeing like, is he actually gonna do what he said he was gonna do?
Yeah.
Which kind of takes me into maybe the last topic that I want to talk about on this podcast. What do you think is your single greatest accomplishment in your life? I know that's a deep ass question.
Yeah, that is a deep question. Single greatest accomplishment? Man. Are we? Is there like a parameter? Because I feel like
it doesn't have to be about like your career. It doesn't necessarily. It can be about your own personal life. Like,
yeah.
I guess, like I can start. Like,
go for it.
I'll keep it short. But
Go
my single greatest accomplishment is that I've been a man of my word. Like that to me is really important because I've been with Sierra for 13 years. And there were certain things that I told her, like I had a vision when I was younger. Like when I was 18, I had a vision and I was like, this is what I want to accomplish. And this is what I want our life to look like. And we're talking about choices. There are a lot of people that just talk and say that they're going to do certain things, but then their actions don't reflect the things that they say. Mm-hmm. And so I would say that what's most important to me is that I'm a man of my word and that I do the things that I say I'm going to do. And that can be from like, hey, I want to pursue a career in aviation and I want to be a pilot and this is what our life is going to look like. And like, bro, I have things from like 2013 and 2014 where I literally said, this is the kind of life that I want. And I'm still working through all of these goals, but along the way we've accomplished, like we've checked the boxes on a lot of these things. Yeah. And so I think that's just like we have a credit score with the bureaus like Experian and TransUnion. Shoot, you got a credit score with other people, and that includes your parents, it includes your wife. So if you feel like people aren't believing in you, it's because you don't have a good track record, you don't have a good credit score. And so my ultimate goal is to have a good credit score with the people that I do life with, or else you can't expect to be supported by people when you don't have a good track record. You know what I mean? So I would say it's kind of a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
But if you're a man of your word and you say that you're going to do certain things and you actually do them, like how can you lose? You know what I mean? So what about you?
Man, I don't know. I think one of the biggest accomplishments, I feel like my life has been like backwards because when I was 14, I made the decision to move to Nebraska because I moved here for 7th grade, and never got honor roll, never got like anything in education. Like I was never good at until I came here to Nebraska, and I was on honor roll. They wanted me for the National Honor Society, and I was doing good. I was in school plays. I was on the soccer team, mm-hmm. And then I go back to California because I tore my ACL, and then I had to get surgery because my mom had the insurance over there. But like I made a decision when I was that like 13, 14 to come back over here after my surgery because I wanted to pursue a better life and better education. So I think that was one of my like proudest moments of myself. Mm-hmm. But then I feel like it kind of like contradicts itself because like ever since then I feel like it's been going downhill. Mm-hmm. Like I was making really good decisions when I was young, but now as I'm getting older, it's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like if I would have told if I would have look at myself, my 13-year-old self, and like tell him, oh, like this is what you became, like I feel like I would have been disappointed. Mm-hmm. So I think.
So what do you think led to those bad decisions?
Probably just like a lot of drinking, alcohol. like smoking and just being around bad people that don't really have a good influence. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm also one of the people that isn't the best influence like for people to be around me at certain times. Like I used to be like really wild and stuff, but I feel like I've calmed down a lot. But I think now it's just more of trying to turn everything around. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, I think everyone has a timeline. Some people mature a lot sooner than others. Like, if I had the mentality that I have now when I was 18, shoot, I'd be killing the game. Yeah. But it's too late. I'm 31 and I'm like 10 years.
And now I'm wishing that I could have the mentality of when I was like 13, 14.
Right.
So it's just like.
Yeah.
it's kind of frustrating because I'm like, what did I do? Like, why was I thinking like that back then?
Shoot, some people got to go through the trenches. They got to go through some difficult things to have some revelations, to realize some things.
Yeah, so
life's up and down. It ain't a straight line up.
Yeah.
All right, Ricky, you're the last one,
Dang,
and then we're gonna close this out.
I literally have no idea, bro. Like, I don't even know what to talk on. I feel like there's multiple things I could touch on.
Hey, the greatest accomplishment is yet to happen.
It is real talk. Because I feel like that is when I think on it, if I'm being current, like I think even though it's not an accomplishment yet, like being able to bet on myself in this transition, like being able to stay positive and not see, like, always stay optimistic, always looking at like what can be accomplished and trying to really fulfill my full potential, because I feel like I have been so stagnant. Like I remember when I graduated college, I talked to my homie he's like retired military. He's does cybersecurity and stuff. Shout out homie Chris if he watches this. I like was talking to him about how when I was graduating college, it was scary to me because through school, and I feel like that's also, and it applies to military, there's always a clear line on how to keep progressing and what that next goal is. And it's like, you just follow the script and eventually you're going to reach that goal, right? Get your degree. When I was about to graduate, it was cool. Like that was an accomplishment. I got it done in 3.5 years. Like I was grinding. I was working 2 jobs. Like, I was grinding during that time. But then when it was coming, I'm like, dang, like, what's my next goal? Like how do I keep progressing? So that's been that was the scariest thing. And then if I look back on these last, like, yeah, it'd be a successful last 6 years with my current company, but at the same time, I almost don't view it as a success, because I'm like, yeah, it was cool, it was real cozy, but I was too comfortable. Like I allowed myself to be comfortable.
Yeah, you got complacent, man. Yeah, you got comfortable, and sometimes bad news is like when one door closes, another door opens, and so that's what's happening to you. Where if y'all don't know, hey Ricky, they're like, hey, we have other positions available at the company, but your position is going to be, evaporated.
They Thanos'd us. They Thanos'd the whole team.
So it's like you could stay complacent and you could take another position at your current company, or you could take a leap of faith and try to, pursue something bigger. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Your single greatest accomplishment is taking a leap of faith and seeing how far you can take it, how far you can go.
You know what? I'll drop one more thing. And I could even be better about this, but something that is kind of cool to me is how my friends, and especially like the group chat, when we were in the group chat back in the day, that they'd always make fun of me, like, dang, Ricky, y'all be celebrating half birthdays and quarter birthdays or what? Like,
I like lit at those parties.
Yeah, because I feel like being able to be present with my family very often, and being able to like support my little brother nowadays and stuff like that. Like I feel like that'd be legit. Like it's cool. It's cool seeing him grow up and being in a position where I can like, give him random gifts or like help him out, or if just Shoot. I feel like being present there with my family.
Hey, the biggest gift you can give him is the fact that you're his older brother and you can mentor him and you can allow him to not fall into the same traps, and you can push him.
Actually be a big brother.
Yeah,
so,
that's pretty cool.
Hey, I got a little gift for Ricky. He doesn't know about this, but
oh snap!
But shoot, we're gonna close it out with this.
Shit! I got that dog in me.
Woof, we gotta show the camera. There you go.
That's fire, bro. Hey, appreciate it, dog.
It's a 2XL. Low workout vibe.
They shrink when you wash them.
You know what I'm saying? I got that dog. Yo, that's so funny when I rock this to work. Because the girl that sits behind me sent me that meme of the little dog. When it's like, when I say I got that dog in me, it's the little dog crying inside. I'm going to rock this to work. It's going to be so funny, bro.
Yeah, I was walking through the store and I just heard Ricky's voice when I saw that shirt.
I appreciate it, dog.
Yeah. All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed the conversation we had today. Let us know what you think about the podcast. This is only our second one. We're not used to talking on camera, so, the nerves get to us.
Give us some grace.
Yeah, but hey, we're trying to be as authentic as possible. And yeah, we'd be happy to have some other people come down here and just have a conversation, just vibe out. So
Heck yeah, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Hey, road to 1,000 subscribers.
Hey, road
That's
to
the goal.
1,000.
That's the goal. All right, peace.
Peace, man.